Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the third round, or the third day, I should say, of the Run the Streets tournament, a APB community tournament presented to you by the community events team. For you today, we have got Patevis versus God Complex, and then a little bit later on, we have Big Drama Boys versus Nekos in Pantsus. Today's going to be an interesting one, I think. The second match, definitely for sure, is going to be probably the one to watch, but I don't want to take anything away from the first match that we have on this afternoon for you, starting a little bit earlier than the last 2 days, admittedly. But let's quickly go through the first match that we have up. It is slightly out of order here, because I believe originally the plan was for Big Drama Boys to fight Nekos in Pantsus first, but there has been some last-minute changes, not only to the timing, but also to the players in the team. So we will go through that in just a moment. But let's go through. I'm joined with me today by a different commentator. We've got Exotics. And he'll be helping me just call the shots here and hopefully provide some interesting information for the teams as well in the areas that I lack. So we're going to go through and we'll just go through the teams for the first match as we lead on here, as we're just about to get ready to start here, as I think both teams are almost ready. So coming up first, that's the wrong one. 1 second. So coming up first, we have got Patevis versus God Complex, with Subs as the team captain for Patevis, followed by Glohonomoy, and Aletted Mind unfortunately couldn't make it to the tournament today and has been replaced with Unia. We sadly don't have a player card for them, so just please keep that in mind as we go through the matches today. It was a very last minute change, so we were unable to get the information ready and raring to go. So that is the one change. And then the other team, well, needs no introduction. We've seen them already. It's God Complex once again, with Huizinus, SQPY, and Yuriku as the team captain. I'm not really familiar with the players from Patevis. I'm just going to ask, well, Exotics, do you have any info on them?
I've seen Subs before in Elite Mine, but I don't know who Glohomi is. I've never seen that guy before. But I think God Complex is like the team to look out for here. I think Darlene is going to be the star player for the team. So I don't know about Patevis though, but
okay. I'm sure it's going to be an interesting match regardless. You know, it'd be interesting for it to be another whitewash that we saw on day 2. At least on the scorecards, that is. Looking at the polls right now, very quickly, we asked you, the viewers, who you thought between Patevis and God Complex, who would be the winners. And, well, to no surprise, it looks like it's going to be a landslide victory towards God Complex. Do you think that lines up with what you think?
Which lineup is that?
God Complex being the clear winners here in the poll. Do you think that's going to be what's going to happen here?
I believe God Complex can pull it off, yeah. I just think that as long as Linus stays alive and just pulls off all the frags and everything, he's definitely the star player for this team. So he can do a lot of clutch plays.
Okay. It'll be very interesting to see. We haven't seen Patevis really... Well, we haven't seen Patevis play yet, but we definitely know what God Complex are capable of doing. It'll be a question of whether or not Patevis are up to the challenge. However, I would say Patevis possibly have a slight advantage here because they've seen God Complex play, so they'll know what to expect, at least in some regard. Whether or not God Complex have decided to change up their strategy or tactics at all will be only time will tell for that. But at least going into this, I would say Patevis have a little bit more information on their side than God Complex on what to expect. I'm not sure if that's going to play into anything, but we'll definitely see what happens. But yeah, so far it does look like God Complex are going to run away with this one. The next match will be Big Drama Boys versus NIP, but we will go through that in more detail once we get there. For now, let's move over to the live feeds of both the streams. We've got Yuriku being the point of view for you today for God Complex, and we have Subs, the other team captain for Patevis, being the point of view for that team as well. So without further ado, let's get right into the matches here.
I think they're about to do the coin toss now.
Absolutely.
Вы готовы, в общем?
Да.
Макс?
It looks like God Complex are opting for heads for the coin toss here. Of course, if they win, they will be attacking first. Yuriku just getting warmed up and ready to go here.
Окей, вы начали рекордить?
Я на запись начал.
Скайп начал запись?
Да-да-да.
Interestingly enough, it looks like God Complex have not changed their strategy, at least from the vehicle's perspective of things. They're opting to go for two 4x4 Vegases and one mobile home. But interestingly enough, Patevis have not opted to go for a performance vehicle here, and have opted to go for 3 mobile homes. I think maybe trying to bank in on some of the strategies that we've seen already, with car gameplay possibly being the focus here. Do you think that's going to be a big impact on the match, the difference in vehicles here, or?
It may have. It depends on like which missions. If there's heavy items, medium items, so on. Like it will be depend on the mission as well. Like, but I think having heavy cars is definitely an advantage in many ways. And if they go for 3 car spawners, they have 4 seats to respawn everybody.
Absolutely. Interestingly enough, God Complex are sticking true to their 2 car spawner and 1 mobile supply for their vehicle mods. And it looks like Patevis are also following the same suit, with 2 of their mobile homes being car spawners and the last one being mobile resupply as well. So it looks like it's a staple for most teams here to go with the 2-1 setup, at least for the car mods, but we'll have to wait and see what weapons they decide to pick. We've seen quite a common trend among some of the more teams who are more likely to win here, opting to go for OCAs, carbines, and that sort of thing. And as we saw between NIP and 125, NIP opted to go for some slight deviation from this, and we did see yesterday some slight deviations as well, but it does look like OCA and the Carbine are going to be the favoured choices here. And it looks like Patevis will be leading the first round here on the attack, opting to go for Daring Deeds as they hurtle their way over towards the first 2 objective locations, which are the graffiti spray points. Kind of in favour of where they started here, but it should give attackers and defenders enough time to get in position. It depends on how quickly Patevis are going to actually get on point here and start doing the all-important attack here.
Well, it looks like Patevis is going to be able to get 8 objective by free though. Bohemia is just pushing their lane away, not able to get any shots on him.
Looks like they're going to instigate a 1v1
Darlena's
there.
just going to easy kill there with the 45.
But, yeah, Huizness also picking up Unia with an end tech, but they have got one of the points already. Looks like...
And Gobbler is going to get a full wipe here.
Yeah,
Going to be able to clear out all the car spawners as well, so going to have the position now.
Absolutely. God Complex very quick there after conceding 1 point, just cleaning up and getting rid of all of the car spawners and vehicles from Patevis' side, but Patevis were quick enough to at least get one of the items, one of the objective locations, so they've got 3.5 minutes on the clock now to just go for one point. Looks like Darlena is starting to close in, grab the all-important highway there to get a good position on the attackers.
Solid kill on subs there though, with the scout.
Absolutely.
Gets 2 clean shots in. Nate's coming out to the car burning now. Homie coming in 1v1. Tags him, gets help from Skippy here.
As we've seen...
And Galcomp is just wiping again. Just clear wipe. 1 man down, but it's an easy trade.
We'll have to see what Patevis decide to do here. They really can't afford to get caught in 2v1 scenarios. especially on the attack end. More importantly, they can't afford to be too spread out here. As we've seen before, God Complex are very good at forcing advantageous fights, and they're also very good in 1v1s. But Gluhamoy getting a pick on SQPY there, so it is a 3v2 scenario for Patevis on the attack here. Looks like... Just missed the name. It looks like Gluhamoy's trying to get a pick on Darlinko here, but no luck. Huizness is helping support that, as it looks like Subs is making a big push onto Darlina. Jumps out of his vehicle and starts aiming for Huizness. But Darlinko is trying to support that, but Gluhamoy finally dies to Huizness, so it is a 2v2. But it does look like the third team member from God Complex has managed to make their way back in. Good concussion grenade there by Yuriku, taking out Subs as he charges in with his mobile home. Oh dearie me, that
That's a
is
team kill there, but it's a solid trade either way. It should be fine though. He will spawn faster as well with a team kill.
absolutely, and SQPY picking off Gluhamoy's respawn there as well. Not looking good so far for Patevis on the attack here. God Complex are very solid and managing to hold on quite comfortably.
Да-да-да, но я смотрю, я не могу пока, Макс.
Минута как осталось.
Да, с полторы.
Сыграйте ее грамотно. Пускай они заедут и не знаю, пусть один...
У тебя, не. Танк ты.
Я машина это. Я
Ты его не убил, да?
Again,
Golcom
another...
is just cleaning up again.
Absolutely.
Like nothing. It's just clear wipe.
А я не видел.
Subs was making an attempt there on Darlinko, but just couldn't make it work. Huizness gets the 2v1, and SQP...
Darlina has lost his car now though. No blowtorch. 15-second cooldown. Can't get his car.
And there's
He's
nowhere
gonna be on foot
close.
now.
Ебать этот спаун, просто пиздец.
Yeah, there's nowhere nearby, and it looks like God Complex have found the spawns that Patevis are opting for, and they're able to just clean them up before they can get into position here. Uni is on his own out by the north, pretty close to the objective, but in a vehicle. They'll know he's there. Uni is now starting to make a move on Darlinko. As we move over to that view, it looks like Uni might be able to get at least a position here, but Darlinko's doing
Point is though
all right.
coming behind him.
Yeah, Gluhamoy's now got an angle on Darlinko as Unia makes a desperate push for the objective. He does get naded out. Subs is making a push on Darlinko. Subs gets the pick on Darlinko. SQPY does pick up at one, but Subs is now making a push onto SQPY. Huizness makes a good flank there, takes out Subs. And Unia's still out, and the third member of Patevis is somewhere, but it doesn't look like he's going for the point, and they don't really have a lot of time to mess around here. Gluhamoy is unfortunately nowhere near the point, does pick up SQPY, too little too late. That is round one for God Complex.
I mean, they just traded absolutely everything. They had control of the highway, they had control of the objectives all the time. There was just never any pressure from the other team, really. Like, Golcom was just team wiping every time, trading kills. Like, it was just very clean, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think really God Complex had too much of a struggle there on their first match, but if anything, it is only the early rounds here. Both teams will be kind of getting a feel of each other to see what they can do, what they're capable of, and what to expect. So hopefully, this will be a little bit of a wake-up call for Patevis to say, look, this is what we have to expect here. But also God Complex will now know what to expect from Patevis, especially when they're rushing in their vehicles. Now, it's interestingly enough that they have opted to go for high burn fuel, bearing in mind that high burn fuel's most recent change does reduce the total HP of the car by 15%, meaning concussion grenades are incredibly potent against even the mobile homes here, something that they probably need to take into consideration.
I think you see Highness and Darlina, they'll play without high burn.
Yeah, we've seen a lot
I'm
of
not sure if Skippy has it, but definitely no high burn on those two cars.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting that they've opted to go for it, and as you've said, some God Complex team members have opted not to go for it, just so they've got that little extra HP in the vehicle to work with, although at the risk of not being able to use it as cover if the car is almost about to go. So they have to be a little bit careful about that, but they have adapted accordingly to it, and it doesn't seem to be too much of a hindrance on their play. We'll have to see how God Complex approaches this on the attack.
I guess any minute now they will choose what mission to go for.
Looks like they did give a name for a mission to be started. I think we have a bit of support today with missions being forcibly started, so we don't have to worry about the APB gods granting them a favourable mission.
Да, встань в линию.
Какая разница, ёбаный свет. Блять, сейчас миссию будут 1000 лет выбирать, ну.
Ой, блядь.
Looks like Patevis have opted to go for a 4x4 Vegas here, swapping out one of their mobile homes, so they're trying to get some speed in one of their vehicles, maybe to close the distance quicker, maybe to make it a little bit harder for God Complex to get those all-important concussion grenades on. But if he's taking high burn fuel, he's going to have to be very careful. Conks will one-shot them regardless of how much health the Vegas has.
Скупи, блять, время как будто.
I don't think God Complex is sure what mission to go for, really. It seems like they're discussing what to go for, but...
Looks like it.
Не знаю, блядь. Курьерка, да.
Looks like they've decided on courier service. I think that's one of the returning missions that came as part of the 70 that returned to the game and were rebalanced.
I believe it is. I never heard of that mission, actually. Or it's very rare in that case.
It's kind of interesting that even after the 70 missions were added, I haven't seen that many of them.
Yeah. Seen like only like 10 or 20 of them so far. Like,
unfortunately, that looks like it might be one of the still one of the disabled missions. I don't know if that one was added.
Блять, ограбление века пусть играет. Всё, блядь.
Oh, this will be an interesting one. They're going for NIMBY.
Всё. Всё.
NIMBY, a notoriously easy mission to attack with. Pick up 2 vehicles with heavy items in them, drive to the drop-off, not instant drop,
У тебя фугаски, да?
and then do it once again, and then it's the end stage of a 3-item scavenger hunt. And it looks like they are going for it. And here
that's
we
actually
go.
surprising. There's gonna be 2 heavy items here to carry if they lose these cars. Like, this is very risky, to be honest.
Тут не сесть или что?
Oh, hang on, we've got a bit of an issue here. I think
looks
one
like-
of the team members left early. Yep, SQPY.
Yeah.
Or Skippy left the mission a bit early there.
Гран 2 в 3.
Yeah.
Один-один.
Looks like it was just a last minute call, really.
Hmm.
So just abandoned, really. So they may have realized that it was heavy items in the last second there. So
Possibly. And they're opting to say just any mission as long as there's an item hold at the end. Common choice in this tournament, actually. We've seen a lot of teams opting not to go for scavenger, opting not to go for team deathmatch, probably for obvious reasons, and opting not to go for VIP, again for obvious reasons. But they do like their checkpoints and their item holds.
I'm actually surprised that we're not seeing more VIPs, considering it's allowed. Like, VIP is fairly simple to play as long as you have 2 solid teammates, to be honest. But
The problem is that VIP is a very huge shift in momentum one way or the other, and it's never really a close fight. It's always one way or the other. Either the VIP dies constantly or the attacking team dies constantly. But here we go, round 2, and God Complex have gotten the mission Deliver the Liver. Starting off with a hack objective, then a car theft of the ambulance. They then need to drop off the ambulance at an instant drop checkpoint to get a medium item, and then drop both the ambulance and the medium item off to a location, which I believe is also instant drop.
yeah, I believe so.
So I'm thinking God Complex are banking on Patevis not swapping weapons for anti-vehicle here and sitting on the vehicle, and God Complex having enough momentum here to actually get through those points quite quickly once they get to them. But Gluhomoy gets the opening kill of the round on Skippy. So the defenders are up one player at least. Looks like there's a bit of a car gameplay going on the highway here between Subs and Darlinko. Bit of a streamer moment here. And Skippy got baited out of his vehicle. He's in trouble. He'll need to back off here.
Gets out of the concussion grenade though.
Yeah,
Has no hardpoint on that car.
No, but he has got all three members of...
Gets taken out.
Yeah, he has all three God Complex team members barreling down at him, and Yuriko does pick up the kill there. Yuriko
Does have the high ground here now too. Darlina spots Unia.
Вышел у нас сзади.
Скипай 8-5.
Underneath Darlina now.
Под точку.
Misses the shot. Misses the shot again. Tags him up. Hoynes coming in.
8-5.
Kind of an awkward spot here to peek from, but he gets the kill in the end. Skippy now in only one situation.
Понял, там
Takes him down with Hoynes as a backup. Should be able to get the hack point now, I believe. Depends on where Subs is coming in from.
Sub's not getting an optimal position here, but he does manage to pick up one kill at least, but doesn't manage to pick up Yuriku.
Solid shot there from Darlina.
And that's a pretty comfortable stage 1 completion there. Patevis not really able to do too much, and they have been caught at the spawn. Yuriku going for some jump shots there in a 2v1. Unia does pick up the kill though.
Skippy now already on the objective. Gonna be way ahead of the enemy team.
Тут точка хорошая.
И
3. А, то они уже тут,
Айнус
блядь.
уже в точке должен быть.
Он делает.
But here comes the entirety of God Complex, who appear to already be on the point. Skippy does, not Skippy, Subs does pick up the first kill on Skippy. Huisness is there. Huisness does get the kill on Subs, who was just lurking around. I don't know where the other two teammates of Patevis are, but they don't appear to be in sight. No, never mind, they are. And it looks like Unia gets the pick on Darlinko and has now found Huisnes. Bit of a 1v1 situation going on there. But Glohonomoy does manage to help assist Unia in picking off Huisnes at least, and Subs is now back into the car park area.
У меня резнулись ЕС двое.
Darlinko trying to get a pick there on what I think was Unia, just waiting on the corner, does get the tag, but doesn't really do much with it. Skippy appears to be on the second floor, maybe third floor of the car park already. Found a way in from the backside as Darlinko makes his way into the car park proper now.
На ИСе приехал.
Curious if we're gonna see a weapon swap now to OTA or something like that. Mostly what's gonna happen. I think Hoynes actually swapped weapon.
Вынос у меня есть.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Меня спалили.
Here we go, we've got Huisnes and Skip and push on the corner here.
85 оба.
Gets a clean no scope. Skippy takes down another guy, but Darlina gets taken out by nade.
There's a good nade there by Glohonomoy. Bit of a trade going on there. Glohonomoy managed to take out two there actually with one nade and kills Skippy and gets the single team wipe. Very well played by Patevis there.
Absolutely. I didn't realize that nade actually got Hoynes as well. Couldn't tell, but
I couldn't tell either. It looked like it only got Darlinko, but well, okay.
Он просто бежит. Просто
they've only got 1 minute on the clock now as well. They have like 1 or 2 pushes left, so
Probably
Darlina
one.
in a really rough spot now, but gets into the car. 85 tag.
Ты первый.
Looks like Subs is in trouble as well as he found another member of God Complex who was chasing him down. It looks like it's Huisnes is chasing down Subs, kind of juggling between. Gluhomoy's coming into support.
Nice.
It's a very good 2v1 scenario there, enforcement by Subs and Gluhomoy. So it is a 2v3 now. Not a lot of time on the clock now. Darlinko and oh crikey, who's the other one? And Skippy will need to make a push here, but Darlinko gets picked off by Unia. It's now a 1v2 scenario between Skippy, Subs and Unia. but he's being caught in a 2v1. Unia does pick up the kill. 25 seconds left to go. If they have a car spawner, this would be the moment that they dive in. I don't think they have enough time to get into here now.
20 секунд.
Opting to use epinephrine to just close the distance as much as possible. 10 seconds left on the clock. They're not going to reach the objective in time.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be a win for Patevis here. Just no time. I think this stage only has 4 minutes as well, so it's not that much time compared to all the stages. But Patevis just closing it out there in the end. Glahomai with a team wipe as well.
Yeah, fantastic defense there from Patevis. Admittedly not the easiest thing to attack either, and especially when you're trying to make a repush, going up the floors can waste precious time. There's only realistically only three entry points up the car park anyway, excluding the ramp, and most people don't opt to go for the ramp just due to no cover and no ways to escape quickly. So God Complex were kind of stuck there for options, and Patevis manoeuvred themselves around the car park expertly just to catch God Complex off guard at critical moments, and were able to seal that off. Haven't seen a last stage yet, and both teams have won their defences quite comfortably.
Я уже написал политику.
So it'll be down to whichever team can successfully win a last stage on the attack, I think is going to be the critical one here. But here we go again. We have Patevis on the attack now.
Блин, нахуй вот это сюда эти челы всякие приходят, блин. На стрим зашли, посмотрели, блядь.
We did see Hoynes swap to OCA, but I'm curious why Dolina didn't decide to swap here. Like, sitting with the scout, not being able to tag anyone, really. Got a few tags in, but none of them were efficient enough. Like,
I feel he was opting to use the scout as a tool just to get that 600 damage onto players and help and get his teammates to help pick up the kill. As we saw on multiple occasions there, Yuriku/Dalinko was pushing with another teammate, opting to get that initial tag and let his teammate pick up the rest. But Patevis, using 2 N-techs and using angles, were able to pick off God Complex members just by having good positioning and maneuvering there. So it is a bit surprising that he didn't switch, but I'm thinking that Dalinko was expecting not to get rushed as often there.
yeah, I feel like they just missed a lot of aggression, really. All the pushes, like, Hoynes just getting picked off every time, just getting naded. All the antics just spraying him down. Like, here we go, political favor now. Attack for Patevis. They already have a guy on the objective as well.
And they're holding it pretty well, but Yuriku does have an angle on the objective here. Might be able to pick off Subs. If Subs isn't careful, Subs does opt to back off. Dalinko gets two good shots on 2 different players there. Skippy does pick up Subs with a grenade. They're looking like they're going to try and push Dalinko off here just so he loses the angle. But there's quite a lot of angles Dalinko can take here. Gluhamoy does get a pick on Skippy, and Unia does manage to pick up the kill on Dalinko there. So Subs is near the objective as well as they start making a push onto the objective, but they have been held off by someone.
Do get a good spawn though next to the car spawner, be able to get there before Patevis, I think.
Indeed, yes, it was a very good spawn point there, and Patevis are opting to just slow down a little bit here and get everyone together. We've got Gluhonomoy and Subs both in a vehicle. Gluhonomoy dropping out there to possibly get a short angle as Subs flanks around here. Dalinko setting up shop across the way. Unia has pushed all the way in with a mobile home, partially blocking off one of the entrances, and Dalinko's kind of in a bit of a weird spot here. 1v1 there between Skippy and Subs. Skippy does get the victory. 1v1 here between Unia and Dalinko. Unia gets picked off by Skippy, who comes to the assist. Gluhonomoy does get a pick on Skippy, but he's going to have to be careful. Dalinko is watching that angle. If he peeks too many times, Dalinko will pick him off here. Subs is making his way back in now. Dalinko's still at the back here near the point. Huisness does pick off Gluhonomoy finally, but it does look like other members of Patevis have made their way back in. Subs has found Dalinko, opting not to go for that attack. Dalinko searching for other members of Patevis who might be flanking here, as we see Subs making his way from a different attack point here, possibly to get an angle on another member of God Complex. Dolinko and Unia having it out in the short corridor. Dolinko able to pick up the kill as Huizness does pick up the kill on Subs, who gets caught off guard on the corner. Dolinko has found the last member of Patevis,
Да, Юрка у меня справа.
which is Glohonomoy, who's not opting to push in there. Probably a smart play here, not opting to push in on his own, because he will get caught in a 2v1. Skippy holding another angle there for God Complex, just watching the hallway that they can come in from, at least from the west
Давай, я
side.
на себя бачу. Погоди.
We have got a weapon swap here from Patevis. It looks like Subs is going for the OCA for this area. A good choice. Unia has found the objective, but Dolinko is no longer there and has gone the other way. But it looks like Subs is going to make a push on Huizness. Manages to get Huizness.
Эскапи у меня.
Skippy though gets Glahome. Darlina coming with the tag now. Leaves Patevis in a 1v2 situation. I do believe Unia is the last member now, but
And Unia does get picked off by Skippy, who's switched to an Oscar. So it's another team wipe for God Complex on
Они...
Patevis.
У меня один сапс. У меня.
2 minutes on the clock though. Spray point.
And
I don't
again,
think they've even touched the objective yet.
Patevis in that awkward situation again where God Complex are able to find their spawns before they can get into position. Huizness does pick off Subs, who is waiting on a hallway. But it looks like Glohonomoy's got an angle on Huizness, but Darlinko's found him as well. Glohonomoy does manage to pick him off, and Huizness. Glohonomoy's got an option here. If he manages to pick off Skippy, he has a chance.
Это моя вина, моя вина.
And there's no car spawners for God Complex nearby. It looks like Skippy and Glohonomoy are having it out. Huizness does get a good spawn here. But where is Subs and Unia? That's the question. And it looks like Subs is on the point already. Unia opting to defend against Skippy. Skippy does manage to get the pick on Glohonomoy, but Subs manages to get in and get the objective. We're on to stage 3 here. Yuriku getting a conk, but this time Patevis are smart. They jump out early.
Сколько времени у них на 2 точки?
And now this is going to be a tricky one for Dolinko because it's a scout versus an OCA. But he does manage to pick him off. Well played there by Yuriku.
Дарьян, играй с ним на
Constant pressure on Subs there just by putting shots on the corner with the FBW.
Че брать, обей или
Getting Subs not opting to take the fight and cornering him and putting him in a position where he can't maneuver, making it an easy picking for Yuriku.
Да.
Absolutely. I do believe that car didn't have any hybrid fuel either, so he got tagged by the explosion during the process. 4 minutes.
Think
Or
he
the
might-
only OC objective now.
Тебя пушу?
Subs looks like in a 1v1 situation now against
Я не буду
Skippy.
здесь сидеть.
Not opting to open the door though. Subs is going to get a free objective point here. Yuriku not opting to go for the fight here. Glohonomoy does get a pick on Skippy.
Помогу.
This objective location is going to be very favourable for Dolinko as Dolinko starts making his way in. Does get a pick on Unia. Glohonomoy gets taken out by Huizness. So
Круг идут, в круг идут, в круг
I
идут.
would expect Subs to just wait for his teammates to get back into the fight here before he makes a push. But he has been spotted by one member from God Complex as he gets into a Fresno.
Круг заняли, они
Да-да-да,
круг
понял,
заняли.
понял.
I do believe we're gonna see a weapon swap now from Subs probably, but
Просто не
we'll
пикайте.
see what happens here as he uses epinephrine now. Try to flank around.
Let's make a very long-winded push from a different angle here, opting not to use a vehicle to mask his position. But we have Glohonomoy making a push on Dolinko, gets naded, doesn't decide to take it. No, he's coming back. That's bad. Dolinko streets gaming into his vehicle very quickly there. Glohonomoy trying to get rid of his car so he doesn't have to worry about that hazard, but he is out in the street on his own and he's about to get flanked by another member from God Complex.
Сап задели, понял?
Subs is making a push on the point now from a T25, opting not to go for it. Dolinko setting up shop across the street from the objective here as Subs is just kind of, just hovering around looking for an opening. As Glohonomoy rams into Yuriku's car but doesn't manage to flip it.
На точке идут они.
So we've got Skippy, we've got Subs and Glohonomoy kind of floating around here. Subs gets out of his vehicle, gets picked up by Huizness. Darlinko's going to get an angle on Glohonomoy. Doesn't manage to get the hit though. Unia manages to pick off Huizness. And Unia is now on the point, gets picked off by Darlinko in a crossfire, but it looks like Gluhonomoy is now in a 1v2 scenario as he makes a push, throws an aid to cover the corner, doesn't manage to get it, and Darlinko, expertly played with the FBW, picks off the last member of Patevis.
Давайте центр займу, давайте центр займу. Что
Давай,
ты-
давай, давай.
A bit of a rough spot over Patevis in the coffee shop here. 2 minutes on the clock
Я
now.
могу тагать.
Давай, давай.
Spots Union in the distance now. Gets a tag in, and Hoyne is just cleaning it up on spawn.
Там же сейчас будет у них.
Gets just spawn kill here.
Сцен выйдет из W.
Absolutely, and we have seen the predicted swap here from Subs. Yuriko looking to try and get a quick conk kill on Subs, but Subs manages to get away carefully, switching back to the N-Tech. They're going to have to think of something here. They either do a quick push now and get one more push in, or they decide to wait around and get everyone together for one last push, but either way, they haven't got a lot of time on their hands.
Едут они.
Darlinko opting to go for the centre of the park here to possibly use the central gazebo area for cover. Unia is very close to the point, opting to use the Pakasaresco as some partial cover here, but Darlinko does manage to find a shot. Subs is now going to make his way in, but he's getting 2-on-1'd here as he gets shot from behind. Doesn't notice where Skippy is and just sits there. Gluhonomoy gets a pick on Huisness at least, so it is, I believe, a 1v2 scenario once again for Gluhonomoy, but Darlinko's in a prime position to defend this objective. And unless Gluhonomoy makes a big push here, but they do have a car spawner nearby, and here comes Subs sneaking up from behind Yuriku, and I don't think he notices. This could be the moment. If Subs decides to go for the middle here and hold it, he could be in a good position. Yuriku does manage to pick off Gluhonomoy with a good conk on a car, blowing it up, taking him out. Skippy does manage to get a kill on Unia, but no.
I think that secures the win for God Complex here. Subs is in a 1v3 situation. Behind Eureka now, but doesn't get any kills, just a few
Давайте
tags in.
Максима запушим, твою сторону выбьем, твою
Я успею,
сторону
я
выбьем.
успею, я успею.
10 seconds now. Don't think Subs have anything to do here, really.
I don't think they have any options left. Nah, Skippy's in a good position. Eureka gets the tag on Subs, almost finishes him off, and that's going to be a 2-1 for God Complex. Again, both teams winning their defences, none of them winning their attacks yet.
This is what we're gonna see all day? Just defenders winning every mission now, maybe?
Well,
Is that what it's gonna be?
it's in stark
That's what it comes down
contrast.
to.
Possibly. It is in stark contrast to the very first match we saw of this competition, where both teams could not win a defence, and it came down to God Complex finally winning one defence mission against Abstract in order to take the victory, but all the way through the first 4 rounds it was both teams winning attack stages, neither team winning a defence. So this is what we expect to see, defenders winning, because it is more, obviously defenders have it easier, but again the first round was in stark contrast, it was in complete contrast to this, so I don't know, it will be down to which team can break through and get to the last stage. Patevis definitely had a chance there, they just got a bit unlucky with that objective location. A very open area where God Complex had free roam to just set up shop in almost any direction and cover the point.
We also saw that the God Complex just gave up the second objective, like immediately there, just to get a position off the coffee shop, so they just wanted to secure that spot, really. I'm not sure if they used the pizza roof for this, but I couldn't tell. But I don't think so, but...
I think this is in the one instance where the pizza roof wouldn't have been helpful, because if Patevis managed to get a flank, there is no angle on the objective from the pizza roof. So I don't think even if Darlinko went up there to kind of cover from an awkward angle, if they managed to sneak through on vehicles, Darlinko's kind of useless in that position. We'll have to cross an open area in order to defend the objective, of which Patevis can just pick them off easily. But now we have God Complex on their second attack mission of the day, as we go into round 4.
Блин, что грифить, что ли, я правильно не понимаю?
Да, ну выкинь из брони.
В России, понимаешь?
I just really want to see Darlina pull out an OZA or a carbine. I want them to have more aggression, really. Like, they just seem to lack this aggression every time they attack. Like, it's just never able to get anything. Like, they get a few tags in, but never able to take control of any spots.
Their teamwork doesn't seem to be as on point as it was in the first round, and that might be because they've changed tactics here. We did not see Darlinko use a scout that much in the first match, and they opted more for carbines and OCAs. So they might be trying a different strategy here, as they definitely saw Friday Fahrenheit really utilising the scout to full effectiveness on Wednesday. But here we go. We've got open and shut case as the next
Конечно, ей лучше.
mission here for God Complex.
Да, лучше делать.
Interesting locations, both in close quarter areas. Dalinko's not going to have much fun here with the scout.
Понял, понял.
Они не доедут, я закрываюсь.
Looking to try and get a quick conk kill on one of the members of Patevis, who are slow to get to the objectives, and it looks like God Complex are at least going to get one of the items here.
Skippy just hauling them off though, griefing every car behind them. I think Coiner should be getting the A objective now. It's only going to be B that's going to be defendable here now.
And there we are. Ryuko does get a shot on Unia there, and Skippy picks up the kill.
Мне гранат нет.
Skippy and
Coiner's
Ryuko.
now finished A objective. Going to be approaching the B objective now. Skippy spots the guy in front of him, but gets the nade on the car spawner as well. There's still a car spawner northwest. I guess Yuna should be spawning on that. We'll see now, any moment.
Проверились.
Открой дверь. Открой дверь, Скапи. Открой.
Тут глухой справа.
Looking to push together here, watching the corridor. They had a bit of a miscommunication there as Yuriko naded his teammate, and Skippy does pick up subs, and also picks up
Rushing in
Grohonimo.
here. Full aggression gets the kills. This is what we like to see. Last guy on the east side now though.
Unia does manage to pick up Huizness, but I don't think he's in position to defend this.
I do believe Dalian has just secured his spot now, holding the doorway with a scout.
It's what God Complex have been exceptionally good at in this match so far. They've been able to catch the spawns of Patevis as they spawn in the street.
Сзади меня.
And they're just getting caught in a crossfire here as Subs is at the gas station, manages to pick off Dalinko. Skippy does get picked off by Unia, and the items are down in a pretty bad spot for God Complex.
По максимуму.
Я внутрь пошел. На этап ему просто спокойно.
Huizness gets into a vehicle here. Yuriku's making his way back into the fight. Both teams using epinephrine to the best of their ability here. Yuriku's got a decent point overlooking from a balcony. But it looks like neither team has spotted each other here. Yuriko doesn't Subs doesn't realize Yuriko's right behind him. He's gonna get caught out here. Oh dear.
Баланс, они же со всех сторон там по Волге.
Skippy gets a pick on Gluhonomoy. Unia is the last man. Is trying to hold it, but to no avail. They do get both items into the mobile home, and Huizness is swift to get out of there. Or swiftly getting out of there, I should say.
У них есть вообще?
Using the gas station just to quickly top off the vehicle's health. But it does look like Subs has gotten a decent spawn here, has gotten one of the mobile homes with ammo at the next objective, which is the drop-off.
Я не могу, у меня юбка с меня. Тут еще Скрипи сидит, меняется.
Unia getting a bit of a hop there with the
Сколько
broad wing.
Гениально.
Unia trying to pick off Dalinko, doesn't manage to do it. Using his car as a way to take out one of the other team members for God Complex, doesn't get the kill though, is now stuck in no man's land. Not able to defend this. Subs is in, but Dalinko spots it. As Huizness brings both items into the drop-off area. Subs is getting flanked here by Dalinko. I don't think he realises that he's going to get caught in a 2v1 if he's not careful. Huizness pushes up, manages to get a few hits each. They do trade blows, but Dalinko is quick to pick up the kill there. Gets a good scout shot onto Gluhonomoy.
Если он останется, если он
Flanking Gluhonomoy now. Manages to get a few extra good hits there as Huizness helps with that kill. And that is a very surgical
That should be
elimination.
stage 3 now.
Absolutely.
Конечно, ебать на тебя.
Very good team play from God Complex. This is what we want to see. This is what we know they're good for. And Patevis will need to have an answer here, but it does look like God Complex have woken up. They're starting to focus a bit more, and they are starting to play together as a team much more efficiently. Unia gets a pick on Skippy. Subs is right there, but doesn't manage to pick off Yuriku. Yuriku gets caught by Glohonomoy's nade there. Huizness picks off Glohonomoy. Unia the last one in again.
Да, вижу. Я ничего не сделал.
Да, можешь на другой
Есть на F тогда.
One thing that Patevis haven't realised is that God Complex have a decent spawn on the F objective at least, and it looks like Skippy is going to be doing that without much opposition here. Huizness trading blows there with someone from Patevis, I can't see who. Manages to pick off Unia. Here comes Subs. Subs is looking to try and at least stop God Complex from taking this for free.
У меня уже...
Does round the corner, gets a hit on Yuriku, doesn't finish him off.
Gets the jump scout though. It's taken out by Glohonomoy. Hoyness now. 1v1 situation against Subs. Subs gets tagged up, but that's taken down now by Hoyness. Should be able to get that objective, I think, as that's a team wipe. Hoyness just making them plays right now.
Absolutely. It does look like Unia's in prime position to attack this though. He has managed to find the objective and thus the player, but not able to take him out in time.
А большая?
Он на связного тащит его, слышь? Блядь, мерик же не...
Do you believe these are meteor mimes as well? They have to transport.
So it's still a bit of a
See how this
fight.
goes out.
Absolutely. There's still a bit of a fight here. Oh, Subs has managed to catch Yuriku. Doesn't manage to get the kill though. Yuriku's got the corner. And we know that scout is deadly. We know Yuriku's FPW is good, but not good enough in this situation as Subs managed to pick up the kill. Subs spots the other two team members of God Complex who are trying to make their way out with the vehicle, with the items. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to do so here. Some good nades onto the vehicles. They do manage to pick off Huizness. Unia does at least. Skippy, I think, manages to escape. Might be going all the way around here from above using the staircase. Unia has spotted Skippy and has picked up Skippy. Now the question is, did Patevis know where the items are? But oh dear, Yuriku in prime position as he manages to pick off Unia there, hiding around the corner and pounces on him. Manages to pick up Subs as well. Will he go for the 3-man? Opting not to, he's going straight for the items instead as Skippy and Huizness are making a push from the outside. We'll probably pick up the last team member of Patevis here. Glohonomoy does manage to get a kill on Huizness, jumps into his car, gets ready to reposition here, and hopefully stall for as long as possible before God Complex can leave. And it does look like Subs is now back in position. Will he be able to stop the car? There's a good suppression nade there from Skippy. Yuriku does manage to break through. Will he be able to drop the items in time though? Subs is right on his tail. Opting not to drop the items straight away. We've got Glohonomoy and Subs in. Huizness is helping with Yuriku, but Yuriku does manage to win his 1v1 against Glohonomoy. Now we've got a 2v2 scenario. Subs does manage to get quite a few good hits and manages to pick off Yuriku there. Glohonomoy and Subs are trying to take out Huizness' vehicle, but he manages to get away. We'll probably be planting that on top of the highway to let Yuriku get an overwatch here. Subs tries to catch that respawn. Subs tries to catch Huizness on the overpass, but to no luck. Skippy does help Huizness with the kill there. They've got some really good positions overlooking the point here, and it's a case of whether or not the defenders can make anything happen here, but they are caught in a bad position as we see Darlinko finding both Glohonomoy and Unia, manages to tag Unia. Huizness picks up the kill. Glohonomoy gets a good nade kill on Huizness, but he gets tagged by Darlinko in the process. Darlinko picks up the kill. Subs is rushing in to try and stop this, but to no luck, and we are finally on a final stage here between the two teams. Now this is where it can all change. Will God Complex push all the way through and manage to get a win here on the attack? Because that would be it. Darlinko manages to spot the spawn of Glohonomoy and Unia, manages to tag Glohonomoy. Huizness picks up Glohonomoy. They're going too quickly for me to commentate this. Yuriku picks off Unia as well, and they're already all over the point. Subs just waiting around here for his teammates. Unia and Glohonomoy are in. Glohonomoy's in a good position here. Looks like we're just waiting for Subs to open up the fight here, but Yuriku has got an answer to that.
In there. No hybrid on that car though. Doesn't get blown up. Subs get tagged up now. Darlina.
And Skippy's in a really good position here to pick off Subs' flank if he's not careful.
Есть Юрика тоже. 20.
Не убили, бля.
Skippy managing to pick off Subs there finally. Darlinko looks like he's in trouble as he's found another member of Patevis. Manages to catch Glohonomoy jumping as he throws the nade and repositions accordingly.
Да, вижу, вижу.
Не, она встречает просто. Блядь.
Huizness
просто
picking
по
off
командам.
Glohonomoy there quite comfortably.
Айнес тут.
Едет, юзают.
Я один.
Дренко, осторожно, может вы... Лиса, лиса! Убил? Я 85 спрей... Я умер!
Ну блин.
Не, все, я убил.
Skippy is taken out by subs there. It looks like he's been on the Lego area, I suppose. I'm not sure though.
Один у меня где-то. Окей, окей.
Здесь рез, у них и здесь рез.
Что? Да?
Один ЕС, едем. Он закинул. У меня один. У нее есть ресурс на С, издалека бежит. Сапс на Е в конце.
Понял.
Один СС придет. У нее. Я смотрю, гранат у меня да есть.
У меня здесь нет...
Do believe in Darlena spots the south guy now, but we do have two guys on the east side now, pushing in hard now. Pointless now.
2, 3.
Really close to the two enemies. Glohomo climbs up, but gets shot on the side.
Один на точке сейчас.
Pointless throwing nades in now. Subs gets a team kill on Glohomoy.
Взял.
Subs really close on the container.
Назад.
Gets tagged on by Darlena. Goes for the jump scare, but Skippy takes him down. Last member now on the west side of Patevis,
Хорошо,
but
он тебя кинул.
not able to do much.
75.
We'll see that Darlena goes up on the gas station roof now, but
S1, S.
Окей.
Он ушел на С. Он ушел, Уни на С ушел.
Я смотрю. У
Я
меня
на крышу пошел.
just holding all the angles really. Like Patevis is not able to go in anywhere. Like
У меня Сапс
they do have the
85,
Legos, they do
на
have the
Е.
gas station roof. Hoyne is just sitting on the item.
один меня, он не пушит.
У меня если я 85. Я умер.
Держи.
And Darlena gets taken down by Glohonomoy on the alleyway there.
На другой крыше, Айнес.
Not sure if he takes down Hoynes though, but
Последний здесь. А, блин, точка.
Glohonomoy just cleaning up God Complex now. Skippy in a really awkward spot for the item, but not able to hold this item now. As he gets flanked by another member of Patevis.
Танк ты, один, не.
Не торопитесь, Зелан, всё нормально. Я зажму.
Сзади меня резнулся, лол. Ну что за респа, блядь?
And Darlena just gets GG spawned on the side.
Хорошо. Скажи, я помогу, наверное.
У меня где сапс был?
У тебя пушит.
Нет, он меня перестрелял.
Very good play there by Subs, able to quickly pick off Skippy, and Glohonomoy takes out Huizness. That is a team wipe for God Complex there. But Darlinko's got a good spawn here. He's very close to the point, and Patevis are kind of out of position here. Darlinko does manage to get the kill on Unia, and here we go. Here is the counter-attack from God Complex, as Skippy does pick up the kill there against Unia. Another 3v2 scenario. It looks like Subs has switched to the scout, the suppressed scout of all things. Subs is getting into a little bit of a pickle there with Huizness, who's managed to find the overpass. Skippy gets taken out by
Сколько?
a good position from Subs there, but Huizness is still trying to put pressure on. Yuriku's in trouble again, as he finds Glohonomoy, tries to get the scout kill, doesn't manage to get it.
Fucking hell, dude.
He's not happy with that. Glohonomoy does manage to get the FBW kill, as Subs is in a really good position here, overlooking from Legos, where Skippy used to be. Huizness has gotten into a vehicle and is looking to reposition, is not opting to go straight in. They do have time on their side, and they do have the point lead, so they can opt to just slow down a little bit. Unia does manage to pick up Skippy here, and it looks like Patevis have found a groove where they can hold this defense quite comfortably, so God Complex are really going to have to try and find another strategy here in order to break through this defense of Patevis.
Надо этого убить, который на другой стороне сидит.
Давайте, время.
Ну, если машина взорвется, блин, пиздец.
Pato is now just catching up on all the points now with the item hold. Only 20 points behind.
Помогу.
Looks like they're gonna go for some car gameplay strategy here.
Я могу прыгать на счет 3. Раз, два, три.
Так.
Прыгнул, он меня будет смотреть.
Darlena looking for the tag for subs, but misses the shot.
У меня танк ты.
Yuna now helping out subs on long range, but Darlena nearly gets a kill. Skippy actually helping him out, gets a tag on subs now. Darlena missing that nade completely, but
Красиво.
Прям точно.
Skippy just takes down subs. Now it's only up to Glohonomoy. Can he hold his item though against 3 members pushing up hard now though? Full aggression from God Complex now. Every member now here close gets just fragged out by Skippy now.
Дал.
Skippy just cleaning up everyone getting tagged out by Dalina here.
And not much time left on the clock, but Patevis used that time effectively and were able to at least equalise the points.
Делай себя, делай себя, делай себя, я умру.
Dalinko in a bit of trouble here and has to take cover on the roof of the gas station. Subs back in a good position here to overlook.
Двое там, на другой стороне.
Glohonomoy gets a good flanking kill there.
Я 85 у него.
This is where Patevis can really take the advantage of this. There's only 2 members now. Can they hold this? So it's like 1 minute on the clock now, I believe. Koinas now gets put out as well. It's could be in a 1v3 situation now. Patevis pushing harder and faster now.
Only 30 seconds left. Yuriko does get a very good spawn here, and these are the seconds that are going to matter. Yuriko gets a good point, gets a good angle. Both Huisness and Yuriko in a really good position here to take on Subs. Misses all of his shots though, due to Spaghetti. Misses again. Subs gets a hit onto Dalinko.
We see Skippy getting put out now. Patevis having the control of the item. 3 seconds now. Overtime goes in. They only have about 20 seconds left now. Darlene is the closest one to the item, should be with one to try and get it, but Gloinus now in the corner. Gets taken out by Gloinus.
Пиздец.
Not sure if Gloinus can do anything here now. Should be about 5 seconds left on the clock. Can they actually get this item? But I don't think so. Looks like it's going to be a Patevis win here, actually.
Ah, fucking hell, man.
And they clean it out, just like that.
And there goes probably... Well, there goes so far the closest moment we've had for God Complex to get the breakthrough and win an attack stage. It did go to the last stage, and it was a very hard-fought victory for Patevis, but they were able to just hold out in the end and made a very critical attack and very solid defense there. Again, Patevis showing that they can defend well, but they need to switch it up. They need to do something on the attack in order to break through here. They can't afford to keep just winning defenses, as it'll only be a matter of time before God Complex come up with something and manage to win on a last stage.
We see God Complex though pushing through those stages like it's nothing. I think they just put way more aggression now onto every stage, and Patevis is just not able to keep up with it. But
Absolutely. But when it matters, Patevis have managed to kind of close down and lock down areas quite comfortably, possibly taking a few notes out of God Complex's book and using their positions against them, which is a very solid idea. Definitely a bit of frustration coming out of God Complex there. They almost had the win, and then just couldn't put it together at the last moment.
there were so many points ahead as well, but Patevis was just absolutely just holding it down the entire time. Like I believe they had like 90 points ahead as well, so they just held it for so long.
Yeah, you were quite right. God Complex had quite a commanding lead there for a moment, and were able to hold the defense, but Patevis took it up another gear and decided, no, we definitely can't afford to lose this. Managed to get a solid attack through, get the item, and then subsequently hold it for that long. And it was only a matter of time before God Complex broke through, but they held it extremely well, managed to equalize the points, and then did it again and managed to push through God Complex before they could truly set up. Subs taking a different position there, something that, again, God Complex weren't ready for. It seems as if God Complex were expecting all of Patevis to hold short and hold close to the objective, but as soon as Subs switched to that scout and got those long-range angles onto the objective and the nearby area, God Complex didn't really have an answer, and Darlenko is now being put under pressure from Subs, who also switched to a scout.
Yeah, he actually went to social to just buy the scout now with the point sync 3, so instead of using that silencer one. Definitely gonna steal Darlena's strategy here.
And as we know, the suppressed scout has a 7-meter range penalty on it for having the suppressor, which doesn't really mean much at the moment, as the suppressor is meant to remove traces and the muzzle flash, but that's not a huge factor as we don't have traces in the game presently. Might become more impactful in the engine upgrade, but at the moment it's just a straight downside, tell you what though, this has definitely been an exciting match so far. Both teams showing incredible capability on defence as well as attack. Patevis may be losing out a little bit on the attack there compared to God Complex, but when it mattered, they showed that they can definitely do it and push God Complex off comfortable locations with ease. They just need to be a little bit more consistent with that, and if they can be, God Complex could be in for a bit of a tricky fight here.
Thank you, Overclaim. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Exotics, what do you think so far? Do you think, has this gone the way you expected, or did you expect God Complex to have a little bit more of a commanding lead as we go into the later rounds?
I thought it was going to be 3-1 at this point. I thought God Complex had that last stage when they had that lead. It just didn't seem possible for Patevis to really come back from that, but they just absolutely just held it down. Subs holding Legos, and Homie is just holding the objective, just clean. Just it's very surprising that they lost that. Because 90 points, that's 3 minutes of lead already, so it's very well played by Patevis in the last stage there. But I expected this to be 4-1 for God Complex, but it looks like Patevis is actually proving me wrong here.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised as well, honestly. I thought God Complex would have possibly repeated their success against Abstract in the first round and managed to get a 4-1 lead, because we've seen that happen before. It was a similar sort of scoreline leading up to this fourth match, and then they managed to get that breakthrough of 3-1 and then ran on to win the fourth round. And we've got Patevis on the attack here for the fifth round. And, well, what, out of interest, what would you have done differently for God Complex there to possibly lock down that area a bit more efficiently? Is there anything you would have done differently?
I honestly think they should have done weapon swaps. Like, with CDOs being used so much, it's so efficient after the balance patch, and I think they should just ignore the Legos. I mean, Legos is really good for that objective, but they can't see the item at all. They can just take the alleyways really and just push in from there instead. They were just so focused on the Legos for subs, but I definitely think Darlene should swap, and I think Skippy was playing Oscar or Entic or something during that time, but I don't know. I think more OCAs would be so much more efficient for that spot.
Possibly. The only thing from my perspective is that it was probably a good idea to hold Legos to watch spawns and watch awkward flanks from the highway, because that highway position is actually quite advantageous. And here we go into round 5. We've got Maya Vice, which actually ends in a deathmatch. Bit of phone number exchanging as car gameplay goes on as we get pushed to the first area, and it is a similar area near Legos. It's a hacking objective out in the open here, which, well, I don't think neither team is going to enjoy too much here because of the angles. But again, exchange of phone numbers, good conks on the vehicle there. Darlinko does get picked off by a 2v1 scenario. Huisness getting dropped by subs with a nice little jump shot there with the Scout. Scout seeing a lot more exposure in this in these matches now, as it is a lot more potent, but as we've expected, Skippy has taken the highway here to get a good angle on the point. Sorry, Yuriku's up there as well, all spawning on the vehicle, clown carring out of the Vegas 4x4. Subs getting dropped by Darlinko as Junior tries to make a push, but Darlinko swiftly changing targets there and able to pick off Junior's flank. And they're just looking for the third member of Patevis, who they think is lingering around the objective, and they'd be right. Glohonomoy is right under the objective, but not able to do anything here. Subs getting an interesting spawn there, trying to get an angle on Darlinko before he gets into a car and starts making his way up to the highway. They're gonna have to clear God Complex off the highway before they can do anything on the point, because it's such a powerful spot. Glohonomoy tickling Darlinko there as Darlinko gets a first hit onto subs there from Patevis. Skippy does pick up Glohonomoy there. Scout v Scout streamer moment here. Yuriku getting a good position there, exposing himself, but subs not able to capitalise. Spaghetti's the shot, and well, Subs gets
Он упал на белый.
gets punished for it. Tries for a jump shot there, nothing really happening. And here we go, there's a 2v1 scenario there for Subs. Darlinko almost gets killed there by Subs, but manages to get assisted there by Huizness. Manages to find Glahonomoy, who's now stuck behind a bin.
И пойти в точку.
Да. А где скупи?
Я иду в точку, но...
There's a good nade there by Huizness, and Glahonomoy gets put in the bin by Darlinko.
Кто там был сейчас?
Very solid defense here by God Complex, and Patevis are going to have to try and find some answer here before they move on to the point. But this highway is incredibly powerful for this attack, for this particular objective location. Once they've cleared them off the objective, they've then got to worry about keeping that strength and control before moving in onto the point. And with the car spawners in favourable positions there for God Complex, it's going to be very difficult for Patevis to really do anything here.
Тебе, короче, надо как-то байтить
Не
его.
надо Юрика залить.
Тебе надо его убить.
But here we are
Но я...
in the car with Subs and Glahonomoy making a very quick push here. Yunia's running a bit of a distraction going close to the point, but here's the one that matters. Yuriku getting drive-by'd by Glahonomoy as he opts to run away,
Аня скатается. Аня,
but he will be back.
давайте Юрик.
Юрий, не-не-не, он
Yuriku
отсосал.
going onto the white roofs.
Да-да-да,
Huizness is now being pushed off the highway. It looks like Unia might have a free run here. Skippy does pick up Unia though, unfortunately, so that attack has been pushed or has been quelled.
Выйдем убьем.
Glahonomoy now trying to get a pick on Yuriko. Yuriko does tag him, as both team members of Patevis are now diving after Yuriko, eager to get that kill on him. Subs managing to throw a nade towards Huizness. Darlinko picks off Glahonomoy. Subs is above him. It's a good attempt at a nade, and here we have an FBW fight. Oh, that was a fantastic shot by Subs. It's just a shame he got picked off by Huizness, but that was a fantastic little flick shot there.
Подожди, я в машине рисуюсь, отъедь. Отъедь.
Отъеду.
We do see Unia though just scouting around the same spot again, the gas station side, but Skippy just keeps putting him down every time. Skippy gets the tag on Skippy now.
Я поехал этих напрягать.
Да-да-да, напрягай.
That's one member down for COD Complex now, but can they get on this objective now?
Айна...
Unia pushing up to the objective now. Glahonomoy going far east of the highway.
Catching.
Alina in a 1v1 situation against Glahonomy. FPW fight comes out. Alina takes him down.
На билборде.
And this is going to be bad for Patevis. They're going to need to get this point quickly. It looks like
Alina
it'll
now
be done.
up in range, but
Oh
gets the tag,
no!
but gets it just in time.
Точку сильно взял.
8-5.
That point was as good as done there, but God Complex managed to hold on just at the skin of their teeth. 99% on the objective.
Do you see the car spawner? They could have spawned here. And Unia actually does spawn on the car spawner. Another member of Patevis now coming in. Konkne goes out, but misses it. Glahonomoy, 1v1. Darlina now. Unia coming in for the assist from the white roofs, but
Бьете, забайтесь.
Darlina can't find the shot, but gets taken out by Unia here now. Solid team play here by Patevis, but they're pushing up the highway, getting control.
На заправке, поняли?
As Patevis drives around the highway, but no one on the objective. Everyone on the highway. Skippy now, gas station, Hoynes on Legos, but can't seem to take control of anything really, except for the highway, but no one on the objective. Darlina using epinephrine, getting back into the fight. Looks like everyone's just car gambling around the highway. Unia just gets taken out. 1 minute on the clock now. I think Patevis is feeling the pressure on this objective, but Darlina misses the conk, but actually does in fact tag it. Takes down Subs now. Glahonomoy in a 1v3 situation, but I don't think he can do anything about this. 40 seconds.
Или даже, ну... Я не знаю. Значит,
Ай,
А меня убили.
я умер.
Darlina spots out Unia. Tags him now.
Юния.
Айна...
Nate comes out.
60 там, 60.
Tags him again.
Я тоже, я 85.
Gets shot from the side by Subs now.
Блядь, всё.
Solid tags from Darlina actually.
Блядь,
Missing, hitting everything here.
пизда.
Glahonomoy gets taken out as well. 20 seconds on the clock. I don't think Patevis can do anything here now as they push through, but
Да, 8-5.
there's just not enough time for this.
Просто попробуй.
Well, they have got God Complex in a bad spot here. If Unia can run a bit of a distraction, if
Давай.
Patevis can get on the point in the next 10 seconds, they could get this. Not enough time. If they had just a couple more seconds, they could have got that point, and bearing in mind they would only have to be on it for a split second.
Тебе надо было жить как-то, не
So
But
знаю.
here we go again. Defender wins again. This
Ну, если бы
is
не
the
это,
same situation we're seeing. Attacker and defender just
там, блядь,
let's
вообще
keep
никто
trading
не
wins.
делал.
Absolutely, but if there's anything to go by here, God Complex have had more success on their attack. If they can repeat that success they had in the previous attack stage they had, and then win their last stage, they could win this right here, right now. It's match point for God Complex.
В натуре нельзя дать на, блядь, на шифте точку.
Блядь, миссии без антенн не было, что ли? Блядь, что они все с антеннами? Закремовная миссия.
Very unfortunate spot there for Patevis. Another bad attack location for them. They're not going to be happy with that.
Удобное доказательство, я не ебу, как на английском называется, блядь.
The objective was also like 99% done, right? So they only had to touch it like by an inch. Like it was just about like just unfortunate by Patevis now, but
Absolutely, but if it's anything to go by, God Complex proved right there that they can coordinate an attack and drop someone with almost an instant,
Что ты делаешь?
and were able to do so to stop Patevis from getting the item, even when it was even when it was 99% done. And considering how quickly that bar was filling on the objective, it's incredible that God Complex were able to hold that. Very well played by both teams so far, but that was probably the highlight of the match there by God Complex, managing to just catch subs at the last possible moment to stop him from getting the point.
we did see on the last 40 seconds of Delina spots both subs and Unia with their spawns, like so they could just coordinate for this spawn though. But and Delina just holding up Unia in the alleyway with Hoyness, and Skippy just on the highway, can't do anything. I think Glahomia just not in the position for the objective, so it was just no one was able to get on the objective because they just Skippy is sitting on Legos, Hoyness with Darlena on the side. There's just nothing to do really.
Правил хуета ебаная.
I was going to say, they did manage to finally move God Complex into a bad position to watch the point, and Unia was running one hell of a distraction there. If Skippy and Glahonomoy had a couple more seconds on the clock to just get onto the point, I think they would have gotten it, but unfortunately too little, too late.
Мы ебашим овертайм, это я вам сразу говорю.
Тихо. Секунду, минуту. Сейчас.
One thing I'm really surprised at is we're not seeing anyone play the shield actually on the orange mod. Everyone's playing Blowtorch or Amazon player. I'm very surprised with it because even with the mobile cover being nerfed and made into an orange mod, it's still super useful and can like for a spot like that with the hack point, you know you crouches down for the animation and everything, and it's the perfect spot for a shield to come up. But no one seems to be using this utility at all.
I think it's more that because mobile cover finally got moved to an orange mod rather than being a consumable, there's a lot less synergy with some of the consumables that it used to work well with. As we remember, Blowtorch has always been an orange mod, and the current and one of the common setups was mobile cover plus Blowtorch being used to what the hell? Blowtorch being used to repair the mobile cover, but we did see mobile cover get a few nerfs as well, especially with how it works, meaning that it will no longer despawn on command, and you'll have to wait considerably longer before spawning another, meaning that you can't use it on almost every encounter, with now I believe a 2-minute cooldown on top of the uptimer that it has as well, which you'll only be able to reduce by blowing up the mobile cover or simply letting it run out.
But we see God Complex now stereotypes attacking loot on the van objective first here now. Skippy going for the highway, Darlena
внизу. Сильно может едет.
does drive towards the objective, but does not. I'm not sure what he's gonna do here.
Катайся пока.
Я вышел уже
I think
сам.
Patevis, the whole team's going up to the highway to hunt down Skippy here now. Skippy driving away, but
Сабсы меня смотрят.
Can Patevis do anything with this?
Well, here comes Yuriku trying to do something with the vehicle here and throw off Patevis. We're having a few difficulties at that. Is a fantastic bonk by Yuriku.
У меня.
On to Glahonomoy. Huisness does pick up subs.
Найс, блядь, давай нахуй!
And
God Complex is cleaning up the entire team. Should be the objective done now. Any minute. There we go, stage 2, delivery of the item. I believe this is a small item as well.
God Complex very happy with that. Very happy with that attack.
I think we heard a little cheer from coming from Skippy there actually.
Having a few technical difficulties with the stream on Patevis. It is buffering quite a bit now. So we're going to stick onto Yuriko's cam for now.
Двое мне.
Delina just griefing both players here now. And Unia there. Everyone's there. I think Hoynes should be able to get this drop just before. Delina pushes off in for subs now. Does not get out of the car. Subs just walking in for free. Skippy holding the corner though, but
85.
gets the nade in. Darlina gets out of his car. Hunts down subs now.
85 тоже.
Subs tags with Delina. Delina misses the shot.
Блять, мне, ну...
And Glohoinmoy just coming in and cleaning up Delina now after subs tagging him up. But I think they did get the objective. Looks like they did actually. Yeah, they did actually. So that was perfect. They held them down and got the objective for free here. We see also Hoynes now moving up to D objective first. Probably the worst objective out of all of them. Middle of the open with the gas station and everything.
Oh, but we have to be careful. Subs has got an optimal spawn here by the car park. Might be able to do something here and just lock them down from getting D. But it looks like, it does look like God Complex are going to try and move
Зачем я прыгнул?
that car away from there, or at least blow it up. Sub's getting a good pick there on Huisness under the vehicle. And this is now looking like Patevis are starting to settle the pace a little bit, slow down that incredible momentum God Complex have at the moment, and just bring it back down to their pace and control the flow of the game here. And that's exactly what they'll need to do if they want to win this. The pressure is on them. It is match point to God Complex. If they do manage to take it all the way, God Complex could run away with this.
У меня Уня едет. У меня катается. Где скаут?
Скаут на парковке.
Here comes Unia and Darlinko into the gas station, looking to put pressure on Skippy.
Subs does not want to take any shots. He doesn't want to reveal his position for this. There's so many angles for all of these objectives. I think this is going to be a very tough one for God Complex. I'm not sure if they can actually get this even. It's very difficult for them. But Subs actually getting shots on Skippy, but does not get the finish. Skippy in his car now. And here we go, 1v1. Subs, but gets shot in the back by Skippy. Solid shot there from Skippy, assisting Darlina to take him down here now. We do have Unia though inside of the D objective here, holding it close. Glohonomoy in the parking lot.
Huisness managing to pick up the objective E, was that, I believe?
Looks like it, yeah. Now it's only the D objective next to the gas station. Unia takes down Skippy. Darlina in a 1v1 situation against Glohonomoy, but Glohonomoy not able to get that jump shot off, but Darlina takes him down. Subs nearly gets shot down from the side. Subs gets tagged up and gets him down as well. There's only Unia remaining inside of the D objective, gets tagged by Darlina now. Darlina using his epinephrine gets a solid shot on again. Calls out the car spawner. It might actually spawn on this car spawner now, but does not get the nade in. I think.
And here comes Patevis in striking distance, but there's too many cars in the way. I don't think they'll get it. Yuriku manages to get the item just, and they're away. Subs and Glohonomoy not wasting any time here. Subs getting set up already, ready to defend this next location, which is again out in the open. It's not going to be great. Yuriku diving straight in, baiting it. Huisness diving straight in as well, putting the car in a really good spot here to block the objective from a certain sight range. Subs spaghettiing a shot there. Darlinko in a 1v1 situation here with with what I think is Glohonomoy.
Ну, блядь!
Glohonomoy gets the pick.
Танк, 85
Item is down. It's close to the objective. Glohonomoy does get picked off by, I believe that was Skippy.
Две пули, не могу.
And Huinus is now picking up the other item, getting it over to the drop. The other item is already at the drop.
Он меня убил.
Subs is back in, but he's getting peppered by grenades right now.
Хуй знает.
Он затачка на S.
Не вижу, не вижу, не
If
вижу.
God Complex all push together, they could easily get this. Yuriku is looking to get a flank on Subs. Will Subs notice the flank? Yuriku is now...
У меня внутри, у меня.
Well, it's going to be a streamer versus streamer moment. Both sides have seen each other.
У меня внутри.
Scout, we scout though. The small area. Let's see who gets the jump scout off.
Subs is not willing to take this fight. Manages to get a decent angle on Yuriku there. Yuriku didn't notice the move as he was priming a nade. Yuriku getting a beautiful flick shot on Subs there. Subs getting a return flick shot. Oh no, Yuriku finally manages to get the kill there as Subs managed to get away. But Unia manages to pick up... Yuriku. They're going much faster than I can keep up with them right here.
Промазал.
They do manage to drop off the item. The item hold has gone back into that area. Unia is there as well. Skippy manages to pick up Unia, and here we go. It's once again Patevis and God Complex in an item hold. It's a close quarters area. Are we going to see some weapon switches here? And it looks like Subs is going for it. He's going to switch back to an OCA by the looks of it. He is indeed. Will we see Yuriku do the same, or is he going to stick true to a scout in this area?
Again, though, God Clumps is just the aggression, getting the last stage, just seeing them pushing through absolutely everything.
У меня внутри.
Obviously, streamer versus streamer here now. Subs, Solina gets a tag in. Skippy coming for the assist, takes him down.
Не вижу никого пока.
2v3 now, Patevis.
Может опять?
Unia manages to pick up Skippy. It's a 2v2. Yuriku picks up Unia. It's a 2v1.
Здесь у меня
Where's the last member? Here comes Glohonomoy. Good nade on Yuriku. Yuriku's on the defensive here. Glohonomoy gets the pick, but he's going to have to be careful of Huizness, who is lingering around. And he does get picked off by Huizness, who has also switched to an OCA. Subs is back in though. Here we go. Subs gets picked off by Huizness. Good defense there by Huizness. Unia is now making his way in from the north side. We'll have to see whether or not that God Complex spot this or not.
Solina still not swapping weapon, they're sticking to that scout. Trusting this now, but
Он дверь ушел, дверь
I still want to see him swap to an OCA here, but he just does not want to.
Delinko spotting.
Fires for now.
На N. На лестницах N.
Do believe Hoynes gets the call out from Dalina here now.
Oh dear. Subs gets picked off from behind by Huizness. Huizness is 85. Will they do anything with this? Darlinko's now making a flank on Glohonomoy. Unia picks up Skippy. It's a 2v2 scenario. Unia has spotted Darlinko. They have picked up the item. Glohonomoy picks up Huizness. Darlinko's the last one in. It is a good nade trade there, but nothing comes of it. Glohonomoy has spotted Darlinko at least and kept him at bay as Darlinko opts to repair his vehicle just to get some ammo. But as he does, Unia pushes out, picks up the kill on Darlinko. And here comes Subs back in to defend this, and here we go. This is what we've seen before. God Complex getting a big lead on the points, but Patevis picking up the pace. And now will they be able to hold it with the same sort of strength that we saw in the previous instance of this? And they need to. They can't afford to lose this one.
And here we go. We see Darlina now swapping up for a Carbine. This is what it comes down to. Like, now we don't have the Scout anymore on the battlefield. Only the Carbine and the OCAs now. Skippy seems to want to swap as well.
Subs managing to find Huizness just lurking around. That flanking potential gone. It's now a 2v3 push. But it looks like Darlinko is going to get an angle here before his teammates push in. And I think they're going to be waiting on Huizness to respawn before they make a push here. Skippy's in a good position. Huizness has spawned not that far away. It looks like they're all going to be pushing from the north side here, opting to get rid of that car spawner. Very smart, not letting Patevis spawn back in quickly on a panic. Unia trying to pick off Yuriku's car there, but to no avail. They have spotted him. Unia is now closing in on Darlinko, but I don't think they realise that he's gone Carbine. Unia is aggressively pushing Darlinko. Darlinko now flanking around, trying to get a pick on Glohonomoy. Glohonomoy does pick up Skippy. Unia finally makes a flank and picks off Yuriku. That is a team wipe for Patevis on God Complex. Patevis really starting to show their colours here, showing that they want this, and my god, when they want to, they are pulling through. Now, will Patevis spot the spawns? That's the question, or are they going to hold short? They probably should start looking for spawns here if they do not want to get caught out like that again. Although I'm sure they're not too worried about it now. They have spotted Weasness here. Subs has spotted Weasness driving in from the south side. Unia, I think, just spotted Darlinko. Darlinko making a push in from the north east side here as he nades through the door, trying to get Unia off the corner. Unia has completely backed off. Darlinko can't get an angle, has to back off here. Skippy looking to get an angle from the south onto Unia. Unia pushing Darlinko off the corner there. Unia has been tagged, has to resort to using a med spray. Unia holding a corner there, not able to make it happen, but it looks like Yuriku has got support here. Skippy manages to pick up subs. It's a 2v3 scenario here for... oh, it's a 1v3. That was a fantastic nade there, and that's a fantastic final pick there by Skippy and Yuriku. They managed to hold the item. Patevis not able to hold the item for as long as they wanted. And, well, no, tell a lie. They did actually manage to get a solid lead there. I was reading the scoreboard wrong. Patevis are not wasting any time here, though. Subs is right back in. He's very close. Pushing again from the north side. I don't know if God Complex are going to have enough time to spot the spawns here. Skippy does manage to find subs and pick him off before he can do anything. So now, if anything, it's a 2v3. They do have the point lead, Patevis, but they can't rely on that too much because God Complex are now set up and ready.
I'm not sure what Panther is going to go for here, but we see Self spawning on the east side. Both of his teammates on the west side. Seems like they're going to go try and push for 3 different angles here now. Now they have the same amount of points, 1 minute on the clock. And Salv's getting picked off from Hoynes on the side. Not sure what Unia and Guhanamai is about to do here, but Guhanamai now in a 1v1 against Darlina. Darlina gets a solid nade. Darlina takes him down. It's all up to Unia now, but it's taken out by Hoynes as well. We see another team wipe coming out from Gun Complex. They're just holding it down now, just like Patevis did. Is this going to be a God Complex win, though?
1 minute on the clock. Victory in sight. Patevis need to do something here. They haven't got long, but we've seen this happen before, and here we go again. Subs is making his way in, but he's now waiting for his teammates. He can't wait too long, though, both for the points and for the timer. God
15 points. That's going to be 30 seconds left on the clock for them now, though. It's going to be one final push. We see both teammates coming on the west door. Subs waiting now patiently on the north side.
They're going to have to be careful here. They're going to run out of points, let alone time. And here comes the big push. Subs picking up one.
And there it is. God Complex takes
fantastic. Very good push there, and God Complex are going to be happy with that, as not even the timer runs out. God Complex have won against Patevis 4-2. Fantastic last little defense there by Yuriku. But that was the last big push there from Patevis, and it just wasn't enough. God Complex are through to the semi-finals.
That is very well played by God Complex there. We did see Patevis though putting up a fight, catching up on points. They were even leading at the small little window there, but God Complex just swapping weapons, getting the positions, getting everything done. And like, I was just waiting for that weapon swap from Delina. Really pulled it off there.
What a fantastic play there by both teams. That was incredibly close at the end there, but Patevis just weren't able to pull through and make that all-important final attack. A fantastic showing from them, though, putting more pressure onto God Complex than Abstract did and making that scoreline that little bit closer. But unfortunately, not enough, as God Complex can go away knowing they're through to the semi-finals. But their journey is only going to get harder. We're going to see if we can get Darlinko, their team captain, in, just to have a quick word with him, see if he wants to leave any final remarks here. It's Yuriku. And we're here with the team captain of God Complex. Congratulations, very well played in that last match. That was, I think,
was really close.
A lot closer than I think either of us expected, to be honest.
Yeah. I was expecting a 4-1 for you guys, but I was just waiting for you to do the weapon swap, really, and you finally did it now. So that was really good.
Thank you. Well, yeah.
So, going into this fight, did you think Patevis were going to put up that much of a challenge? Were you expecting it to be easier or harder than Abstract?
I did. Like, we know these guys, we played against them before also, and we know how they play. So we didn't, you know, we know how they play, and we prepared for that, for sure.
It definitely came through because we saw on multiple occasions Patevis were able to slightly change strategy, and it kind of threw you off a little bit, but you were able to adjust accordingly and win some very important very important encounters there. When it got to that 2v, you know, once it was 3-2, were you concerned that Patevis were going to repeat what they did last time on defense and the item hold, and were going to be able to pull it back again, or were you confident that this time you were going to have it?
I think we were pretty confident because, yeah, our team play was really on point, I would say, today. And, yeah, we just did what we can do. That's it.
Excellent. Well, your journey's not over, and it's only going to get
Next
harder.
game is going to be harder. Dog, I'm coming for you!
I was going to say, have you got anything to say to Friday Fahrenheit?
Well, yeah, there you go.
Is there anything, are you concerned about the next match? Is there any worries?
I feel like they're going to be way harder than any team before that we played against. And we're going to prepare for it for sure. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, Exo, anything you want to ask?
You did mention you played against, or you knew how they play. Have you played against them a lot? Like on the
We know them. We played the arranged games against them before, and yeah, we know those guys. We know how they play, and yeah, we didn't really underestimate them. So yeah, that's why I guess everything worked out pretty well.
All right, seems good.
Fantastic. Well, I wish you all the best of luck
Thank
in
you
the
guys.
next
Thank
match, because that's going to be one to watch, definitely. But yeah, get some well-earned rest. Well played to all of you, and
Thank you again. Thank
we'll
you.
see you again.